H+III+T, it's about that day on time. Yes, I know we're doing the Monday video on a Sunday, but that's because some news actually happened, gosh dang it. That means I can push back my filler video for Wednesday. Look at me getting through the summer, but that's neither here nor there. Today we're actually talking about something very serious. You see the title of the video, you know, anything involving Derrick Rose, the kid is going to cover. And you see me like not out here wearing a Derrick Rose jersey because I'm not going to be nasty with it. We have to attack this head on and apply it directly to the head, but that is neither here nor there. Pause on that. But before this video goes any further, there are two quick things we need to go over. Number one, I am one of the biggest Derrick Rose fans you are going to find on the entire internet. Now, I know if you look at my past resume, I've been on YouTube 5 years, gosh dang it, you'll see some nasty takes on Derrick Rose, but keep in mind, I am a salty Knicks fan. So when you're not on the Knicks, I have to be very, very, very harsh to you. That's because I literally bleed the blue and orange, gosh dang it. But let me start by saying, I love me some Derrick Rose. That's my favorite player. And there are videos of me literally crying over the fact that we did not re-sign that man, gosh dang it. Some of y'all are subscribed to me from the video of me reacting to us getting Derrick Rose, but that's neither here nor there. So don't test me on some, oh, here comes another dude slandering poo and no. I'll let y'all get a lot of nasty things off about me, but I'm not going to let y'all get that off. But that's neither here nor there. The second thing I want to go into before we start this video, gosh dang it, is listen. Listen. If you are watching this video and you are not subscribed to the kid, gosh dang it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and don't worry! I'm not one of those nasty people that just ask you to subscribe and I don't give you anything back. I got something for you, gosh dang it. Don't worry, I got something for you, gosh dang it. For a limited time only. If you subscribe to the channel right now before this video even starts, gosh dang it. You subscribe to the channel right now, I got you. I will give you the ability to dunk. Yes, I don't care about your height, I don't care about your age, whatever. Hit me up, gosh dang. You hit the subscribe button and you will instantly get the ability to dunk. Try it. Try it. Watch you dunk, because I got you, gosh dang, but that's neither here nor there. Hit the subscribe button, you'll instantly have the ability to dunk, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the foolishness, okay? Derrick Rose dropped a book. Rose has been going on a little bit of a press run this entire summer because he had that documentary on Stadium, which that is a video for another day, but that's neither here nor there. He had that documentary like right before the playoffs, I believe, and he's been going on a I'm Speaking My Truth tour, which for a Derrick Rose fan, I'm always here for, but it's just been really interesting to see him in the media a lot more than he normally is, gosh dang it. Well, he just dropped a book. Now, the last time a celebrity I care for dropped a book, I went out and got it, and then I read 3 chapters and never read it again. Shout out to Lil Wayne, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm not going to purchase this book, and also because I don't have $25, Derrick, that is a lot. 20 bucks for a book in 2019 is a lot. I love you, Derrick, but I am not paying $20 for a book. Not when I just got 2K, but that's not here nor there. Listen. In his book, there is an entire chapter addressing his time with the New York Knicks. Thanks to the New York Daily News, we were able to get a little bit of an excerpt from it. Or was it the Post? I can't remember who it was, but that's neither here nor there. And the things he's talking about is it's pretty aggressive in regards to the Knicks. It's pretty aggressive, and Derrick lets it all go. You would think he was on the Wendy Williams couch, the amount of tea that was being spilled from this foolishness. Now, I know most of you aren't going to read this, and you're just going to go with various headlines, so that's why SeverTheBond is here to break it down for you. That's me breaking it down for you. To break it down for you, gosh dang it, and let you know what this man said, so you don't have to read it. You should, but just in case you don't. And there's a lot of people already spitting nasty narratives about Derrick that I don't think is all the way fair, because this man is just speaking to his experience. The main juicy thing that comes out of the shenanigans is pretty much his views on how the organization was being run at that time. And I think that's something that needs to be harped on a little bit more. Derrick is talking about the organization at that time. We were waist deep in the Phil Jackson era. We had just gotten Hornacek. Did we had? Yeah, we had just gotten Hornacek, I believe. I feel like that's when we just got Hornacek. The timeline gets blurry. I feel like that's when we had just hired Hornacek, but that's not here nor there. And Derrick was speaking to, he thought Phil Jackson was a cool person. He thought he vibed well with him, but he thought running the triangle was silly. He said, come on, the triangle's nice, but you're still running that today? Speaking his frustrations. Now, these are things that we kind of already knew because the fans all agreed there's no reason why we were running the triangle with the personnel we had. But when you look at it from the point of view of our point guard at the time, it starts to paint a little bit more clear of a picture. He also takes a couple of shots at Carmelo. Now, they're not like, oh, he's a bum, like not something I would say, but he's basically hinting around at it, saying things like, and I'm trying not to misquote this man, saying things like, Carmelo's going to play the way he plays and he won't change because you know how Melo is. A lot of air quotes there because these are loose quotes here, gosh dang it. But things like that allude to the idea that Melo was a bum. And I don't even know why I try to tiptoe around it, because it's common now. That's why he's not in the league now. He's a ball hog. He was a bum towards the end. I mean, I don't really see where the super hot take is. It's just interesting hearing it from Derrick Rose. Now, Derrick thinks Carmelo is a great person, just like I think Carmelo is a great person, but according to Derrick, it was Operation Bring in the Veterans so Carmelo can win now. Melo didn't want to tank. Melo didn't want to start over. Do you see why this article is very interesting? According to Derrick, that's how it was sold to him. I didn't hear anything in there about Phil Jackson promising him Kevin Durant. So let's go ahead and debunk that rumor, gosh dang it, because I didn't see anything of that in this article. But that's not the end of there. It was pitched to him. It was sold to him. Look, Bulls are trying to get rid of you. It's all good, don't worry. Come over here and help Melo get a ring. That is how it was proposed to him. Brought in his man, Joakim Noah, to make him feel better too. That was what was pitched to Derrick Rose. When Derrick Rose got there, and Jeff Hornacek seemed like a cool dude, real big on, dynamic slashing point guards, trying to play that up and down, up-tempo offense, and everything was going well. Derrick said from, like off rip, he kind of knew stuff was going to get a little shady, which I don't know how much I agree with that, because Derrick is the same person who was quoted to say that we could go undefeated when he was doing his Adidas tour in China. So I don't know. Maybe that's hindsight. I'm not really sure, but that's neither here nor there. But he said a couple games in, especially games that they would win, Phil Jackson would come down and be like, yo, what the jive are y'all doing? And Derrick and the crew were like, yo, we just won a game. What you mean? But Phil Jackson wanted them to run the triangle. And with the personnel that they had at the time, that just wasn't going to work. Carmelo being such an offensive, inner wing, mid-range assassin-ish at that time, gosh dang it. Derrick Rose being the definition of a slashing point guard, and he wasn't even shooting threes at the time, gosh dang it. It just wasn't going to work. Derrick Rose allegedly left the team because he wanted to quit basketball. That was one of the first times that he contemplated retirement. He was so miserable on the Knicks that he left us to consider retirement. So there's the answer to that. But here's where stuff gets interesting and why I wanted to make this video. I know, 8 minutes in. Derrick Rose then spoke on, because it's very surface level stuff that we kind of already knew. He started to speak on the organization. What was told to Derrick was nothing. Derrick Rose was willing to mentor Frank Ntilikina. Derrick Rose was willing to do it. They told him that's who they were drafting. Phil Jackson clearly already knew. Wasn't even looking at Dennis Smith Jr. Wasn't even looking at Donovan Mitchell. They knew that they were going to get Frankie. And Derrick Rose compared it to the idea of how they did George Hill on the Sacramento Kings. He knew De'Aaron Fox was coming in, so George Hill was going to be the backup point guard and the veteran to help out the future. Because Derrick said he liked the Knicks. He liked the environment. He liked the culture-ish. The Knicks didn't even call him. Derrick Rose said, you know what? We suck. The culture is trash. But I'm willing to stay and help out Frankie, who fast forward 3 years needs help. And Derrick Rose was willing to be the person to swallow his pride and take this man under his proverbial wing. And the Knicks didn't even call him. Now, if you ask the Knicks, Derrick Rose was looking for a quick championship. He was trying to get a little mini bag, gosh dang it. If you listen to the Knicks, Derrick didn't want to mess with Frank Ntilikina. Derrick had no interest. Derrick was selfish. But not from what Derrick Rose says. Derrick Rose name-dropped a rocky relationship with Steve Mills. He did. I won't go into the specifics of that because honestly I feel uncomfortable speaking on it on camera, but you can go look it up if you want. The only thing I'm going to say is he alludes very vividly to a very rocky relationship with Steve Mills, more so on the tip of, I don't know if I can trust this dude. And when we look at the free agency we just went through, which I understand the Knicks made the best of a bad situation and we will be fine. But look at what the Knicks had to do on some consolation prize type stuff. Because you can't tell me that we got freaking Dolan going on radio shows expecting the world. And that was the front to throw teams off of Julius Randle. And I love Julius Randle. But what I'm saying is what we learned from free agency is that legitimate, keyword good, veteran talent was not even interested in the New York Knicks. And when we track down and when we follow up and when we hear interviews and podcasts of why nobody came to us, always brought it back to something to do with ownership. And a lot of people like to throw out Dolan's name because that's the hot button thing. Ooh, that's the cool term, right? Like nobody wants to talk about how the world is coming to an end, but we just say, oh, I think climate control is important. But don't do a deep dive on what that actually means. That's what it's like with like the talking heads on ESPN. You just say Dolan and that just covers everything. But no one ever goes in depth on what's going on with this organization and why no one wants to come to us. And it has nothing to do with coaching. It has nothing to do, it's some serious stuff. And it's beginning to get concerning with how many veteran players are telling each other, yo, Knicks ain't it. DeAndre Jordan told them dudes, yo, the Knicks ain't it. Carmelo is telling people, yo, the Knicks ain't it. JR, Shumpert, Tyson, everyone are telling people, yo, Knicks ain't it. And it's more than this general broad term of culture. There's something in the Knicks organization that ain't boofing right. Something ain't right. I didn't want to say this on camera because I don't want to mess up a bag, but I got to address this stuff. Knicks be ignoring me anyway for some reason, so I don't even know what I'm censoring myself for. But listen, y'all. The Knicks in the beginning of this summer had a very public dispute with the New York Daily News or some very, very messy public back and forth. We're talking on matters of free speech. They're bringing in the Constitution. I mean, serious stuff. Where they're name-dropping specific people, name-dropping folks in the organization. And the press, the New York Knicks press, I'm trying not to say any names because I don't want them coming after me, gosh dang it. But representatives from the Knicks and stuff were going back and forth with these people. I'm talking, this isn't just salty people. This is real deep-rooted organizational mess. Something's not right with our organization. Surface level, it does not matter to us as fans because the Knicks have compiled a bunch of talent that are either children, veterans who just want to play, like Taj. Morris is on a mission to get back at the Spurs or something like that. So we've got like veteran dudes who don't really care, they're just trying to play. You've got kids who don't know any better, and you've got like those next tier children, like an Elfrid Payton, like a Bobby Portis. Them dudes who aren't rookies and kids anymore, but they're not like established enough talent to understand what's going on. But you notice Jimmy Butler wanted nothing to do with us, right? Something's not right with the organization. I don't know what it is. I don't know how comfortable I am trying to fish for answers. Gosh dang it. But that's not, because you know how New York gets down, but that's not even there. All I'm saying is there's a reason why the Nets are covered nationally so much more positively than us. And I say nationally because everyone in New York hates the Nets, but I mean nationally. There's a reason why they say so many great things about them. Oh, Kenny Atkinson is such a good fish organization. Something we don't see. We're not hearing something. A lot of disgruntled people who leave the Knicks organization to go do other things in sports or even general media. And they say things like it's an environment where you can't say so. All I'm saying is something ain't right. Let me know your thoughts down below, gosh dang it. Try not to get attacked by the New York Knicks Mafia as well, gosh dang it. But that's not even there. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Because I want this video to breathe. I want this video to breathe because something is not right with our organization. And I know Derek was speaking on 2017. But there's some things that haven't changed. And we eventually need to do a deep dive to get to the bottom of it. But if anyone from the Knicks is wondering, listen, I'll sell out for the bag. You feel me, kid? I'll sell out for the bag, you feel me? I'll start talking about this in a second. Any form of a bag, really. Like, I ain't even that bougie. I don't need, like, you feel me, like the quadruple, you feel me? Give me a little bag. Hey. I'm shutting up. I love New York. I'll see y'all later. Hey.